You know, there's something hilariously ironic about a movie discussing an industry with a history of artificiality being so mechanical and artificial itself. Funny. I love Richard Linklater. Naturally, a sentimental sap like myself is attracted to his meandering, character-driven stories like the Before trilogy, Dazed and Confused, and Boyhood, like a fanboy is to the latest superhero movie. And while it took me a little while to grow accustomed to his sense of storytelling, I was convinced for a while that the man could do no wrong. But, as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. In this case, the streak is broken by Fast Food Nation. Here is a film that lacks everything Linklater is known for, instead opting for a preachy story that just doesn't work as a traditional narrative. Said narrative follows varying characters and different plot lines, rather than one specific character. Among these characters are a marketing director looking for answers about his chain's meat production, a young fast food worker with more ambitious dreams, and a group of illegal immigrants working at the meatpacking plant. The problem with Fast Food Nation isn't implicitly the characters, but rather the story as a whole. Based on Eric Schlosser's nonfiction book of the same name, the source material just isn't written with a traditional narrative in mind. However, with various other documentaries covering the same ideas made years before, Fast Food Nation finds itself in a bit of a predicament. You don't want to make another fast food-based documentary, but the book doesn't work as a narrative. The latter becomes very evident within the film's screenplay, written by both Schlosser and Linklater. Certain characters seem to speak in a way that feels too unnatural, not to mention preachy, to be believable, while others seem more down-to-earth in a way you'd expect from Linklater. This strange combination of writing lends a very hit-or-miss quality to the film. Greg Kinnear's marketing director plotline becomes cringeworthy at times, while the Ethan Hawke, Patricia Arquette, Ashley Johnson plotline is much more accessible. It also doesn't help that some plotlines drop like dead flies with no real warning. Certain characters quite literally have only one scene before exiting the movie entirely, and some plot developments, such as a planned robbery of one of the fast food chains, are mentioned once and then left unfinished. To make up for the writing, however, the acting is consistently solid. Each actor in the ensemble is good at worst, which certainly keeps the movie afloat. Certain performances, like Hawke's, Arquette's, Paul Dano's, and Bruce Willis's, are more memorable, but nobody in particular is actually bad. There's not really a lot to say about Fast Food Nation. It makes plenty of admirable, valid points about the fast food meatpacking industry, and you probably won't want to have a hamburger for a while after that grimace-inducing finale, but as a film, it's just lacking in most areas. While the acting is good and Linklater's direction is subtle, Schlosser's nonfiction message and Linklater's quiet conversations clash, and never blend in a way that works out in the end. Perhaps the film would have worked better as a documentary, or even from another director. But Linklater's character-driven sense of filmmaking just doesn't work in this case. Overall, I'd give Fast Food Nation a disappointment out of 10.
There's in the meat.
This has been Milito at the Movies. Thanks for listening.